Good afternoon, groovy citizens, and happy winning Wednesday. You guys, today's been a great day. It's been a busy day, but a great day nonetheless. It is currently 46 degrees out, so yeah, it's a little on, on the nippy side. I think, I could be wrong, but I do believe tomorrow and Friday it's going to be up in the 50s, so I'm excited about that. And then I think there's one day next week it's going to be in the 50s, so I'm excited, y'all, because this cold, it's just not working for this sister girl right here, okay? So let's jump into today's topic, which is, I saw this video the other day and I said I wanted to share these qualities with you all. And there are 10 qualities that successful men and women have, as told by Brian Tracy, okay? So let's jump right on in. Number one, he mentions clarity. You must think clearly to determine exactly what you want to be, have, or do in life. That is the number one thing. You have to be clear about what it is that you want to be, do, and have out of life. If you don't know those things, then I promise you, you will not go far. You won't, because you have to have those things together. And I think that's the reason why a lot of people are not successful at what they want to do, because they're not clear on what it is that they want to be, do, or have. And if you think about it, successful people are clear about what they wanted, what they wanted to do, what they wanted to be, and what they wanted to have. That's why they are successful. Number two, decisiveness. Successful people are decisive. The biggest reason we are indecisive is because we are afraid of making mistakes. We can be very talented and intelligent and ambitious, but if we can't make the hard decisions in our life, then we will always have to work for people who make decisions for us. Again, if you think about it, successful people became decisive. They knew what it is that they wanted. And they went out and they did what it is that they had to do, or what was in them to do, to get to where they are. So you have to be decisive. You've got to learn to make decisions. The problem is too often, and I'm sorry if y'all can hear my fan, but like I said, it's a little chilly out. But too often, we can't go from point A to B, let alone from A to Z, because we are too afraid to make decisions. Well, you have to start making decisions. And here's the thing. There are going to be times where you're going to have to make the hard decisions. You cannot sit back and go, and biting your nails. I don't know what to do. Let somebody else decide for me. Because if you don't make those decisions, guess what? There's always somebody out there that can make them for you. That's why we have supervisors on our jobs, right? So that when we can't make that important decision, you have a higher up that says, okay, I need you to do this, this, and this. Because you couldn't decide yourself, somebody's going to tell you what to do. I don't know about you, but I don't necessarily like being told what to do. I get it in some cases. Yes, we will have to be told what to do. But when it comes to deciding my future, I am very decisive. I will not allow you or anybody else to dictate and tell me what I will and won't do, what I can and can't do. That is not for you to decide. That is for me to decide. And in your case, it's for you to decide. Don't let somebody else make decisions for you when it comes down to what you are going to do, be, and have. Number three, vision for your life. You need a vision for yourself and for your life. So in order to have a vision, you must first have a dream. All leaders have a vision. See, in the book of Solomon, it says, where there is no vision, y'all know what the rest of it says, that the people will perish, right? And if you're not sure, go back and read it yourself. So without vision, you lose the excitement and the thrill of life. When you see someone rise up from poverty to fame, you're looking at someone who had a vision of what they were going to do and what they were going to be. They had a vision, you guys. So the sad reality is that sometimes in life, people can only see what's right here in front of them. They can't see any further than that. And that's sad. Now, I'll say this. My sister is an event planner, right? A very good one at that. And her team, Trisha Lynn and Company, they're awesome. They can go into an empty room and visualize the hot chocolate bar set up over here, and the this over there, and the that over there. I don't see anything but an empty room. You know why? Because God did not give me the vision to see things like that. However, and because when it comes to what it is that I want to do with my life and where I want to take myself, I can visualize that. Just like now, I can visualize myself being the first billionaire in my family. I can visualize that. And so because I have that dream and I can visualize that, my focus stays on that. But it all starts with a dream. You have to have a vision for your life. So if you ask somebody, or somebody asks you, where do you envision yourself being 5 years from now, and you say you don't know, that's a problem. That is a huge problem, because you have to have a vision. Because again, without vision, you're going to perish. I'm not necessarily saying you're going to leave this earth physically, but what I'm saying is you're going to perish in the sense that you're not going to move any further than where you are right now. And I don't know about you, but I don't want to be the same Michelle that I was in 2022 or 2021 or 2020, 2019, 18, 17, and so on. 2023 is going to see a new and improved Michelle. You know, I was listening to something earlier, and the question was, do you measure success on what you have or who you become? I don't know about you, but I measure success on who I become. See, success is not about what you have, because what you have, you can have it today and it can be gone tomorrow. I measure success on the person that I become. Let that marinate in your spirit. Number 4, competence. People achieve success after they made a commitment to becoming excellent in that area or that thing. Successful people have confidence and they are excellent at what they do. Excellence is a journey. It's not a destination. See, excellence is something that we have to keep striving for. You don't just show up and there you are. It's a journey. Because when you go from A to C, okay, you made it to C, but guess what? You got to keep on going till you get to the alphabet, and then guess what? Once you get to the end of the alphabet, it's going to circle back around and repeat itself over and over again. So excellence is not, like I said, it's not a destination. It's not someplace you just arrive. It's a journey. But you have to have confidence in yourself to know that you can do it. You have to be so competent in yourself that you make a commitment to do something, and you're going to stick to that commitment no matter what. It doesn't matter if it rains, sleets, snows, or hails outside. You got to be committed to what you said you were going to do. Number 5, concentration. You must concentrate on the main things that need to be done, not the minor things first. This is the same as managing your time wisely. We all have the same 24 hours in a day. I've told you that before. I've reminded you of that before. You don't get any more than I do, and I don't get more than anybody else. So it's not where you get 24, but I get 28, and somebody else gets 30, and somebody else gets 40. No, we all have the same 24 hours in a day. How you spend it is what makes the difference. How you spend your 24 hours is what makes the difference. So you must develop a sense of urgency. Do it now. Get on it now. Do you understand what I'm saying? See, the difference between successful companies and mediocre companies is when you have a problem and you call, the successful company says, not a problem, I'm on it, and they get back to you within a few minutes. Now, it may take a day based on what it is, whatever it is that's going on, but mediocre companies, they say, okay, well, we got your complaint and we'll get back with you, and you hear from them a month or two later, and hell, you'd have forgot all about why that you even called them, let alone that you had an issue. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why when I say, when I talk about concentration, you've got to, when you do your to-do list, right? Let's say you got 5 things on your to-do list. The 2 things at the bottom are minimal things, but the three things at the top, those are the big things that you have to take on. But guess what most people do? They say, I got 5 things on my list. Let me start at the bottom. I'm going to do these 2 first because they're the easiest, and then I'll tackle the other 3. No, that's not what we're doing anymore. That is not what we are doing anymore. We are going to take the 3 big things at the top of that list, and we are going to tackle those 3 things. Save the easy stuff for last. I want you to go for the hard things. Stop saving the hard things for last. Okay, you did enough of that last year, but we're not doing that this year. We're going to tackle the big things first. Number 6, common sense. You must train your mind to think things through before acting. The Bible tells us to seek and we shall find, doesn't it? So common sense says that my supervisor has pissed me off, but if I go off on him or her and cuss them out, I may be without a job, right? So I have to have common sense. I've got to think that thing through, and I've got to figure out how to tackle that issue without losing my job, yes? So you must have common sense in everything that you do. That's how successful people become successful, because they have common sense. They don't just haphazardly do things. They think things through. Well, not always, but for the most part, they do. Number 7, creativity. We are all creative in some way, shape, or form. The smartest people are the ones that ask the most questions, and they never stop asking questions. Once they get the new information, they go and do something with it. They don't keep doing what they were already doing. So the more you are doing what you're doing, the more you will get what you've gotten. Y'all, that was powerful. When I heard that, I said that'll preach right there. That was your shouting moment. You have to learn to keep. See, I'm one of these people. I'm asking questions because I love learning new things. I learned something new today that I didn't know, and I thought, wow, that's interesting. I have to look into that. But you've got to keep asking questions. Don't think that you have arrived and you know it all. Keep asking questions, and then when you get that new information, you need to act on it. Don't get new information, write it down in your little journal and put it away, and then you pull it out 6 months later or a whole year later. No, you've got to act on it right then and there. Number 8, consideration. How well you get along with other people will determine your happiness, your success, your achievements, your wealth, and anything else. The size of your vocabulary will determine how well you get along with others. So take courses in public speaking, communications, and effective listening. It is so important that you have consideration for other people. I talked about this not too long ago, how, you can't get up in front of a group of people and you start talking and you throw out these huge words and they have no idea what the hell you're talking about. They're nodding and they're smiling, but inside they're going, what in the hell does that mean? Be considerate of your audience. Learn how to communicate with people on the level that they're on. See, and that's not trying to dummy down whatever it is that you're doing. It's having the ability to speak to people on the level that they're on. You can't talk to, excuse me, y'all, my sinuses are draining. You cannot talk to 5th graders on the same level that you would talk to seniors in high school on, because they're not on the same level. So if you need to go and take courses in public speaking and all that so you can learn how to communicate effectively with people, then I need you to go do that. But it is so important that you have consideration for your audience. Number 9, commitment. To make a commitment to anything is one of the hardest things to do, and yet no success is possible without commitment. If you can't commit to something wholeheartedly, then it's probably because it's not right for you. And I'm gonna let that right there will preach by itself. Lord, I want this man to be careful in his backing up, because if he hits my other truck, I swear to goodness, I'm gonna go off, and I'll be committed to that. But I digress. So when you find it hard to stay committed to something, I'm gonna say this: chances are it's because that's not the thing that you should be doing. It may be what you want to do, but that's not the thing that you were called to do. So I need you to really stop and think about that, okay? And lastly, number 10, confidence. Confidence comes as a result of something. You can't get it from a pill. You can't learn it from a motivational seminar. You can only get confidence by doing certain things over and over and over again to build a solid foundation in your own mind. Confidence starts up here. I can talk until I'm blue in the face, but I cannot make you be confident. That is something that you are going to have to do. You've got to tell yourself that you are confident in doing whatever it is that you're doing. I can encourage you, but I can't make you be confident. You have to do that. Okay, so I'm going to link everything I shared with you in the description box. I hope something I said resonates with you. And I want you to really think about that, because I want you all to be successful this year. I want you to be more successful this year than you were last year. I'm not saying that you're not already a success, but I want you to take your success to another level. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I'm going to leave those things in the description box. Make sure you share this video if you know somebody that you think can benefit from this. And go out there, you all, and live your best lives. I love it when I end my podcast by saying, great is calling you and great is calling me. Because it really is. And you can do it. You just have to have the right tools and the confidence to do it. So if this is your first time watching one of my videos, I want to say welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. I love motivating you all. This is what I truly have been called to do. I believe that I am walking in my gift. This is my calling. And every time I do a video, I want to get better at doing it. I want to get better at motivating and encouraging you all and letting you know, hey, you can do anything that you put your mind to, because you really can. You honest and truly can. If this is not your first rodeo, I want to say welcome back. I missed you guys. Y'all know I miss you and I don't get a chance to see you. Go out there and continue working towards being the success that I know that you can be, that I know that you are. You have it in you. You just have to believe it and go out there and do the things that you need to do to be successful. Success is calling your name. I hear it because it's calling my name as well. But you've got to do your part, just like I have to do my part. Y'all know the drill. You know the spill. I love you all to the moon and back, and there's nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing that you can ever do about it, because it will never change. I'm always going to love you. I'm always going to motivate you. I'm always going to be here for you, to encourage you to never settle for just being mediocre, because you were meant to be more than just that. Love you all, and we'll talk again on Friday.